And here we go. Day 2 of the Atlanta Falcons training camp practice is officially in the books. And not only do we have coverage from day 1 and day 2, but we also have major updates including Michael Penix and Kirk Cousins, how they're looking at quarterbacks so far. We're going to break it all down in this video. However, before we jump in, I do want to give a massive shout out to all of the Falcons media members. You're going to see 3 ats at the top left of your screen. If you could go follow them, you could be, up to date with all the news and notes and highlights from practice in real time. Go follow them right now. Obviously, without them, these videos are not even possible to make. So go follow them really quickly. And in this video, we're going to break down everything you need to know. But again, they put it out before me. So if you want to be up to date quicker, make sure you follow them. Now, that being said, let's kind of jump into the video. We got to see a lot of Kirk Cousins, a lot of Michael Penix today. Both those quarterbacks looked really good. We also have a lot of news and notes from 7-on-7s and 11-on-11 drills as well. But let's just real quickly go through some of the starters in different positions. One area to note, Rondale Moore is actually working with the second team offense, working on the side field with some rookies here and there. Overall, just not a main guy right now. The main 3 set right now is Drake London, Darnell Mooney, and you also see Ray McLeod running in the slot for the majority of practice. Defensively, Troy Anderson, Caden Ellis were your starting linebackers. Mike Hughes was DB2. Richie Grant was the starting safety. You had D. Alford in the nickel, Carter and Ebiketie. You had Jarrett. You had Onyemata, Jesse Bates, AJ Terrell, safety and cornerback 1. That was pretty much your first look for the defense there. I really want to see what Zach Harrison can bring. He could be a monster for this defense, as well as, a Braylon Trice or a Brandon Dorless. I'm really excited about the edge rushers on this football team, right? I really want to see how much they develop over the next few weeks, especially once the pads come on. We'll be able to learn a lot more about those guys specifically. Bijan Robinson has been motioning out into the, everywhere, right? He's been lined up in the slot, on the outside, in the backfield. This dude is moving all over the football field for them, allowing them to use, other running backs and 2 running back formations. And it just makes them a lot more versatile and a lot more dynamic, to be honest. So that was definitely something to note. Traquan Graham was another guy. James Smith-Williams getting a lot of, work on that defensive line, getting into the backfield, making big-time plays. So that was another big takeaway. We saw Caleb McGarry at right tackle, which obviously something that we expected. Storm Norton was lining up with the ones as well at certain times. So that was fun to see. Kyle Pitts, just like Bijan, being lined up everywhere. Tight end, in the backfield in some scenarios, in the slot, outside. This dude's going to be utilized a ton as well. Now, with that being said, let's kind of dive into some 11-on-11s. The first pass of the day was from Kirk Cousins to guess who? Bijan Robinson, man. It seems like it is going to be a priority for this team to get the ball to Bijan as fast as possible. Let the dude work in space, and that's been a focal point of what they've been trying to do so far. Another play, Drake London, he got a nice quick slant, hit him in stride. Kirk Cousins was on the money, man. I don't think this dude missed a pass. I mean, we'll break down the exact stats later on. But then once Michael Penix came to the game, he threw a nice little back shoulder bullet pass to Rondale Moore on 3rd and 5, beating AJ Terrell. So that was really fun to see. Rondale Moore really trying to make a name for himself within this offense. Darnell Mooney has already kind of taken the keys and ran with that number 2 job behind Drake London. So I really want to see what Rondale Moore can do going forward. But, Michael Penix's first pass was excellent placement. It was a beautiful sideline strike, and Rondale Moore luckily came down with it. So that was good. Now, before we get any further into the 7-on-7, 11-on-11 portions, make sure you guys do me a favor. Hit the like button, but more importantly, subscribe to the channel if you're new. It is free. It doesn't cost anything, and we will be covering the Falcons throughout the entirety of camp, but also preseason and regular season as well. Almost videos every single day for the Falcons. So join the family. It's free. It doesn't cost a thing. And if 3 weeks from now you're like, okay, I'm going to unsubscribe, that is fine as well. So make sure you guys do that. And if you want to watch some Falcons games with me preseason, make sure you follow my Twitch. It is Matty Dubs with 3 S's, or you can find the link in the description below. All right, so Kirk Cousins comes back into 11-on-11 drills and has a beautiful sideline pass for Kyle Pitts in between two defenders. Another unbelievable place ball. These quarterbacks here in Atlanta have one thing going for them, and that is accuracy, man. These guys know how to, fit it into tight windows. I believe the first 5 or 6 passes of practice today in 11-on-11s were all completed. They were all dots by Kirk Cousins and Michael Penix. There's even a play where, Michael Penix was under pressure, got outside the pocket, got some good yardage on the run, and also showcasing the ability to use his legs. So again, the versatility of Michael Penix is something that we're going to be able to see for a long time. Maybe not now, but in a couple of years from now, he could be the future of this football team. And then Kirk Cousins came back in, facing the second team defense, with Penix facing the first team defense. Both these, listen, I can't say it enough. Both these guys were unbelievable. Kirk Cousins came back in, found Drake London with a beautiful throw, but more importantly, it was a good adjustment by Drake London, kind of reading that it was his zone coverage, fitting into the zone, and waiting for Kirk Cousins to see him. So that was good to see. Darnell Mooney had a really nice day today, couple of catches from Cousins, so that was cool to see. But it does seem like Michael Penix is, firmly, decently ahead of the third quarterback on roster, which is obviously Taylor Heineke. We'll see how that continues to go going forward. Like I said, Ray McLeod in that slot, doing a lot of good things. Kirk Cousins started off practice 10 for 10 practice for throwing, by the way. So that was insane. I'm just trying to figure out who else really stood out in my eyes offensively. Darnell Mooney, Drake London, Ray McLeod were the 3 wide receivers that stood out to me. Kyle Pitts was moving all around the field. I believe John Fitzpatrick had a couple of balls go right through his hands, so he's definitely got to, fix that. Fix that going forward. Bijan lining up everywhere. Kyle Pitts lining up everywhere. I think we're going to start to know a lot more once the pads truly come on, so we're a little bit early right now. Not much contact, but overall a great day of practice here for Kirk Cousins and Michael Penix. The two quarterbacks look insanely different compared to what they had last year, and this could be a completely different team for next year, man. A couple of touchdown passes by Michael Penix, a couple of touchdown passes by Kirk Cousins. And if you look at what they did throughout the entirety of practice, it was, kind of insane, right? I believe Kirk Cousins was 15 of 16. His only incompletion came from inside the 10-yard line, and then Michael Penix was 8 of 13, and 3 of his passes were just drops. So you're looking at, potentially both these guys throwing over like 70% completion percentage. Unbelievable. Kirk Cousins almost 100%. Unreal. And this is completely different from what it was last year. So, guys, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family, turn on post notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next Falcons update, which should be very soon. Peace.